Welcome to this explainer. If you're working in the US, securing your financial future really often boils down to mastering just one major tool, and that's the 401k retirement system. So, today, we're going to break down exactly how it all works.
It's a massive question, right? Figuring out how to save for retirement can honestly cause a lot of anxiety for people. There are so many differing opinions, so many strategies out there. But when you look at the landscape of retirement in the USA, one highly effective and accessible solution consistently rises right to the top. Getting a handle on this is absolutely crucial for achieving long-term financial peace of mind.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap. First, what is a 401k? Second, how does it work? Third, traditional versus Roth. Fourth, the pros and cons. And finally, we'll wrap up with a real-world example.
All right, Section 1. What is a 401k?
In the absolute simplest terms, a 401k is just a retirement savings plan. But here's the key detail. It is offered by companies to their employees. You see, this isn't something you typically go out and set up entirely on your own through some random bank. It's an employer-sponsored benefit specifically designed and provided by your workplace to help you, the employee, save for the future.
Moving on to Section 2. How does it actually work?
Well, the true beauty of the 401k is the automation. It's brilliant. Every single month, a portion of your salary is automatically deducted. You don't even have to think about it. That deducted portion is then sent directly into your 401k account before it ever even hits your regular checking account. And the best part? That money doesn't just sit there gathering dust. It is actively invested into financial instruments like mutual funds, index funds, or stocks. Basically, your money is put to work in the market immediately.
To put that into perspective, let's say you contribute a baseline of $100 from your paycheck. Just $100 of your own hard-earned money.
But suddenly, boom, that becomes $200. Now, how does that happen? Because many companies offer what's called an employer match. If you put in $100, the company might literally drop another $100, or at least a portion of it, right into your account alongside yours. It's essentially free money. By taking advantage of this employer match, your savings can grow incredibly fast because your employer is actively funding your retirement right alongside you.
Okay, Section 3, traditional versus Roth 401k. And this brilliantly illustrates the big choice you have to make. The difference here ultimately comes down to when exactly you want to pay the government. With the traditional 401k, there is no tax on your contribution right now. You get a nice tax break today. But, and this is a big but, you will be taxed later upon withdrawal when you're finally in retirement. On the flip side, the Roth 401k takes the hit up front. You're taxed on your contribution now, but when it comes time for retirement, your qualified withdrawals are completely tax-free. So it's essentially a choice between a tax later model and a tax now model.
Let's move to Section 4, the pros and cons.
The advantages here are absolutely substantial. First off, it offers incredibly easy savings for retirement because, like we saw earlier, it's fully automated, set it and forget it. Second, you get that extra free money through the employer match. Third, whether you choose traditional or Roth, you're getting some very distinct tax benefits. And fourth, because the money is invested in the market, you get to benefit from long-term compound growth. That's where your wealth literally builds upon itself year after year.
But we have to look at the risks as well, to be totally objective here. A major downside is liquidity. If you try to pull that money out early, like before retirement age, you are going to face severe penalties and taxes, with only a very few strict exceptions. This is money that needs to be locked away for your future. Secondly, because it's invested in mutual funds and stocks, the investment value will fluctuate with market volatility. It will definitely go up and down over the short term.
Which brings us to Section 5, a real-world example. Let's ground all these abstract concepts for a moment. Imagine a working professional making a realistic annual salary of $60,000 a year.
If that individual decides to contribute 10% of their salary into their 401k, that means they're investing $6,000 annually. Now that is an impressive, highly achievable figure that's going to do a lot of heavy lifting for their future. But watch what happens when we factor the company into the mix.
So the crucial point is this. If that employee contributes their $6,000 and their company offers a 5% match, the company just injected another $3,000 into the pot. That brings the total annual investment up to 15% or $9,000 a year. By simply participating in the match, this employee has drastically sped up their retirement savings, literally adding thousands more to their wealth every single year without doing any extra work.
The 401k is an unbelievably powerful wealth-building engine, but only if you use it correctly. If your company offers a match and you're not contributing enough to get that full amount, you are leaving free money on the table. So I have to ask, are you maximizing your employer match? Thanks for joining me on this explainer today. Take some time to review your options and take control of your financial future.